Hi, today I'm going to answer some questions that I've been getting from friends and family that are non-hikers. So, as you can see, we're in the car. We're heading south for some sunshine finally. So I figured I'd kill some time by going over some questions. Welcome to Erin's Epic Adventure. So the question I get asked the most is, are you going alone? And that question is yes, because all these people asking me don't want to go with me. So what am I supposed to do? Just kidding, but really they don't. And I do know that going alone is going to be probably the easiest, because I don't want to have to rely on anybody else for pace, for anything that I want to do. I want to be able to do. I don't want to have to rely on what other people want me to do. Okay, another common question I get is, are you scared? I'm not going to say I'm scared, really, but I'm nervous because it's totally out of my comfort zone to be gone for that length of time, to sleep outside, to have to worry about bears. My bigger fear my whole life has been spiders, so I don't think I'm really going to be too worried about spiders. As I've matured, I've gotten a little better about spiders. So these are all things I'm just going to have to deal with. But scared, not really. So, all right. And the other one that kind of goes with being scared is people ask if I'm carrying a gun. No, I'm not carrying a gun. I've worked too hard to get my pack weight down that I can't imagine carrying a gun, because guns are heavy, for one thing. And I'm not carrying a loaded gun across 14 state lines, because that would be illegal. So I am taking, I will be wearing a neck knife, personal protection, make me feel better, make everybody else feel better that I have something. But I mean, I'm probably just going to use it more like opening packages, cutting up food, but at least I'll have it. I have a whistle on my pack, and I'll probably have some pepper spray by the time it comes. So all right, these questions are in just a random order. So another one is, where are you going to go to the bathroom? And there's several privies along the route, which are basically outhouses. And if there aren't any of those around, you just go out into the woods, you have a trowel, you dig a 6-inch cat hole, do your business, cover it up, and then kind of go about your day. So yeah, you basically just go in the woods. Okay, how and where, when will I shower? So there's going to come times where I have to go into town for things, to resupply, and that's when I'll find a place to take a shower. I guess I can take baths in creeks, assuming it's not freezing cold outside, but I'm carrying some wipes with me, so every night I can wipe down, feel kind of clean. It's not going to be like my hot shower every night clean, but that's just part of it. So on to the resupply question. How do I get food is another question. And along the Appalachian Trail, there are about every 2 to 3 days, there's roadways, trailheads, places that you can get off and go into town. And I will resupply my food either at a grocery store, a gas station, a hostel. I'll probably only carry about 3, maybe 4 days of food at a time with me. Also water. I have a water filter that I will collect water on trail from flowing sources and run it through my water filter, and that's how I get water. On trail, I won't carry big bottles of water and buy it in town or anything like that. And I had one person ask me if I was going to like forage in the forest for my food, or if that's how we get our food. Absolutely not. I have no idea what I would be eating if I was eating anything out in the food. I'm not going to kill any animals and skin them and cook them over an open fire. It's going to be more like ramen noodles in a cook pot. So, and how long will I be gone? Of course, this is from my closest family who wants me to come home soon, but I really don't know. It depends on how many rest days I take, how many days off trail I take, how fast I go, how many miles I go. anywhere from 5 to 6 months, I would say. I'm not in any hurry. I want to make sure I take in the experience, see everything there is to see, do all the fun stuff. Worried about getting lost in the woods? No, I'm not. Those not familiar with the Appalachian Trail, the trail from Georgia to Maine is marked with white blazes on trees, and you just follow the white blazes all the way to Maine. But there's also an app called the Far Out app that I have on my phone that will let me know if I'm on the right trail, if I get lost, or take the wrong turn. It kind of helps navigate everything. So the only time I can see getting lost is if you go off trail to go to the restroom, that type of thing. So I'm not really too concerned about that. That's not to say it won't happen, or I won't get turned around and be heading south instead of north at some point in time, because it could happen. Am I worried about bears, and am I carrying bear spray? I'm not really worried about bears too much. I've never really hiked anywhere around bears other than Glacier, and I carried bear spray there, obviously, because they have grizzlies. But everybody says the bears would rather not see you, so I don't, unless, there's a habituated bear anywhere in the area. But no, I won't be carrying any bear spray. Like I said, I'll have my neck knife, some pepper spray, a whistle, that kind of stuff. But I will properly store my food to make sure that doesn't draw bears in. Alright, one of the bigger questions from different people are, what if you get kidnapped? Or some creeper on trail is going to kidnap you? Well, I've got news for them. I'm not the easiest person to kidnap, and you wouldn't want to keep me anyways, trust me. But besides the point, like I said, I'm going to have all the precautions I need, and my own intuition to stay away from creeps, and just try to stay in a group if I can. Safety first. So I'm not really too concerned about that. I hear so much about the Appalachian Trail community and all the people that start on trail around the time I'm starting, because I will be right in the middle of the bubble. So hopefully that won't be an issue. I get asked if I'm going to stay on trail the entire time, or if I'll take breaks and come home. And I would like to stay out there the whole time and just complete it all in one swing. But if things happen back at home that I'm needed at home, if somebody gets sick or anything like that, or I get sick, of course I'd go home for that. But I don't have any vacations planned that I need to come home for, or anything like that. What if I get hurt and need help, or I get sick? So I'm going to be carrying with me a Garmin Mini InReach GPS device. It's a satellite. It has an SOS button. So if I were to fall and break a leg, and I was on top of a mountain somewhere and couldn't get myself down, or if I was just really sick and I couldn't move and I needed to call for help, and I have no cell service, the Garmin has an SOS that uses satellite that can reach rescue personnel. Also, the Garmin, I can text when I don't have any phone service, so that's nice that I can be able to keep in touch with everybody back home, even if my phone's not working. How will I keep my devices charged? So I'm carrying 2 battery banks with me that when I go into town, I will charge those fully. So when I'm out in the woods for a stretch, I'll be able to charge my phone, my GPS device, my headlamp, anything that I need. I'll just keep those battery banks full, because I'm sure I'll be using a lot more of my phone battery trying to video. So will people be able to track my progress along the trail? The best way to track me in real time would be to follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting, here and there, more of a real-time thing. My videos on YouTube will be delayed because I will have to take the time to edit them and get them uploaded, so they won't be in real time. And I believe there is some way on Far Out for people to track me, but I haven't looked into that yet, so we'll see. So that covers all the questions I've been asked from friends and family about my time on trail. If you have any questions, you want to put them in the comment section. I can always do another Q&A before I hit the trail. Until then, I have other videos coming. I have some gear videos, and we're actually going to make a stop on the way south that I think will be an interesting video for everybody on here. And thanks for watching.